Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. So on this video, we're going to review national questions. I have several students that are needing to pass their national. And so I haven't done, I've been doing a lot of Texas state because there's been a lot of demand for that. However, it's been a while. So we're going to review national questions and answers. And so this applies to anybody throughout the US and any state that you're in, all 50 states, including Hawaii, Alaska, okay? And I will review the questions and then the answers. So remember to participate, type your question, answer, and your question and the answer when I ask you to do after I read a question. Sorry about that. Client was calling to check in on me because I'm homesick. Dang it. Sorry, guys. Give me a moment real quick here. All right. And it shouldn't have been ringing because I have it on Do Not Disturb, but you know what? Okay, so anyway, this is the book that we use for right now for the national questions, the Texas Real Estate License Exam Prep. Okay, it's an all-in-one, let's see here. It's an all-in-one review and testing to pass the Texas Pearson VUE Real Estate Exam, being national, vocabulary, and then for the Texas state exam. And as I mentioned, today we are doing national questions. And the reason I also like this book, it's not my favorite like the other one that we use, that's from 2006, is because I do have it does have the national review, all the different sections that you studied, okay, brokerage sales, all that you need for the national exam. Then it has a real estate math cramp cards, okay, that you can review. And I downloaded this through, what the heck am I using today? Kinder, okay. And then it has real estate math cramp cards in the different ones that you need to invest. Study. One of the best ones, of course, is knowing your T formula. And then the section of Texas laws and regulations. There are 6 sections here, including special topics and contracts. And you really need to study the contracts. There are a lot of questions on contracts on the state exam. And then, of course, there are national practice tests. Okay, there are 10 of them. Today, we're on practice test number 3 for national and 6 state exams, and then a full-blown examination sample test and the answer keys. Okay, this one doesn't have vocabulary like the other one. However, it is still awesome. Okay, so today we are starting with number 327. Okay, any questions before we start? Remember to give Facebook permission to post your name on StreamYard, because I do use StreamYard so that I can broadcast to my YouTube AgentPrep channel, the AgentPrep business page, and to our personal Facebook group. Okay, so remember, this is Wow Lillie Handy coming to you from San Antonio, Texas with AgentPrep. If you're on my YouTube channel, hey, send me some love. Subscribe to my channel. Click that little bell so that you get notified as soon as I go live or post a new video. And please like that page and go ahead and make comments. A lot of you have been leaving comments, and that's awesome. It feels really good to hear that and to see that the classes are helping you pass your exams. Okay, you're going to hear a little noise as I get the Facebook page up and running where I post the answers. Takes a little time sometimes, so bear with me, you guys, or ladies and gentlemen. It sometimes doesn't show up right away. It's showing up, but when I click it, it's not opening it up. And I don't mean the Facebook page, but the actual video itself, since I'm in 3 different places. Okay, I'll deal with that in a little bit. All right, so question number 1. Say hi on Facebook. Let's see who's on here that says hi. Hi, Marie Walker. How are you doing? Thank you for joining us. This might be one of your first times, right? So hope you enjoy, which I think you will, and ask questions at any time while I'm doing the video, and I will put the answers in the comments. And make sure you type the question and the answer when answering. Okay. So question number 327. Let me see if I can make this larger here. I'm usually having to adjust the zoom level on it. Okay, what did I say? We're on question 327. Okay, that was a little too much. Gosh, I figured it out on my other one. Okay, 327, there we go. The lot and block system of legally describing property is used for what? So if you're not familiar with what the lot and block system, it's, let me show you a picture. Lot and block survey. Okay, let me put it on the screen. Okay, so here is a subdivision. Okay, there's a subdivision right there. So these are lots in a particular block within the city. Okay, and so every subdivision that a builder, a developer creates, they have to go to the planning department, get an engineer, a survey engineer, and a development engineer to create these plat maps. These are called plat maps. And each of these pieces here that I'm pointing at have their own number, lot number, identification number for the county records. That is how the property is identified, not by the address. So this one here is 0.63 acres, and it has an address on the county records. It's usually just an ID number and the legal description. Okay, so it's really quick to look for it on Google. So the lot and block system of legally describing property is used for what? A, farm properties. B, any property in an unincorporated area, properties where meets and bounds is not acceptable. Or D, properties in a subdivision. So type your answer in the chat, either on here on StreamYard, Facebook, wherever you're at. So lot and block used for farm properties, any property in an unincorporated area, properties where meets and bounds is not acceptable, or properties in a subdivision. So there's quite a few on here, so go ahead and type your answer, okay? Don't be shy. I will help you should you get it wrong. Okay, let's see. Lisbeth says 327D. Anybody else? Ashley says 37D. I'm going to say you guys look at another answer. D is a correct answer, but it's not the best answer. And the exam, they're going to want the best answer. The answer that answers it the best. And that one is not. So give it another whirl. Okay, C. No, because actually lot and block system, the surveyor will provide a meets and bounds. Okay, so the correct answer is B. Any property in an unincorporated area. Ooh, I get a whole bunch of stuff. So if it's not, if it's incorporated in the city or outbound, so it's in an unincorporated area. It's within the city limits. It can be county lots, okay, but that are still residential and not huge farm properties. Okay. Man, I'm having a hard time with Facebook today. Okay, so good try. Properties where meets and bounds is not acceptable? No. So in a subdivision where we have lots and blondes, okay, I am a blonde for now, right? But I'm not, never mind, I'm not going to say anything else. So the surveyor is going to provide the survey that includes the lot and block system, and also the meets and bounds. They want to know where every point of the property is, and they put a stake, okay, at every corner, at every stop, at every starting point, and then they go so many feet east or west or north or south, put another stake. They keep putting stakes at every stopping point until they come back to the beginning. So that is a description, very detailed, of every section of the property. And then on the survey, it'll have the lot and the block number and the legal description of that particular lot. Hi, Neela. Thanks for joining. Got it? Okay, got it. So the other way is the, what's the, if it's not the block and lot and block system, it's the, oh my gosh, why am I forgetting? Which they use in other states. There are 20 states that use lot and block system. The other one, gosh, I went blank. So let me, let me see here. Okay, so there's the lot and block system. And other. For meets and bounds as part of the lot and block. The other one is where you have sections, okay, like this. Okay, and that one, gosh, why can't I remember right now what it's called? That is the government rectangular system, okay? That is used in 30 states. And the lot and block is used in 20 states. So here in Texas, okay, we use the lot and block. Not all properties are going to have a lot and a block because they might be on a half acre that is not in a subdivision. So it may have the block area or just a depth legal description. Okay. All right. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. So now I need to change the, okay, why isn't it letting me here? No, don't move. Okay, let me minimize the screen a little bit, or let me see if I enlarge it, if it shows all of 28. No. Okay, there's number 28. Okay, 28. A certain legal description contains the phrase rectangular. Yes, Neelam, thank you. Gosh, man, for some reason I couldn't remember Lisbeth. Thank you all for helping me. Dang it, why is my Facebook not... it's not responding, so I'm not seeing everybody's comments. Come on, Facebook. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it. Well, that's where I comment. If I do it on my phone, I can't copy and paste. And this is not expanding the way I want it to. So let me close it. Give me a moment, you guys, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to start my YouTube Agent Prep or the Agent Prep Facebook page again so that I can access the answers and you can follow me with the answers on there. Okay, number 28. Okay, awesome. Somebody already read the question. I wish you could help me and we'd read them out loud, right? All right, so number 28. A certain legal description contains the phrase northwesterly along Eerie Road to point of beginning. What kind of description is this? A, plat survey, B, government grid, B, C, meets and bounds, or D, rectangular system. So which one is it? So we already have somebody that said D, rectangular system. And that was, no, I'm sorry. So Neelam says B. Okay, anybody else? Give it another whirl, Neelam. The government grid is the rectangular survey, okay? They're the same difference. So it's not that one. And it's not, a certain legal description contains the phrase northwesterly along Eerie Road to the point of beginning. What kind of description is this? Oh, God. You know what, guys? I need to go back. So I'm confusing me and I'm confusing you. So those of you on number 27, okay, my mind is going like crazy after reading other answers. So those of you that said properties in a subdivision on question 27, you were actually correct. Okay. And so I was thinking, I was reading unincorporated area, but it's in an any property in an incorporated area would be right, not in an unincorporated area. So properties in a subdivision are correct. My apologies. Okay, you see, teachers make mistakes also. Okay. So 327 was D. Sorry. Okay, that was correct. And number 28, so certain legal descriptions contains the phrase northwesterly along Eerie Road to the point of beginning. What kind of description is this? And yes, all of you were right. Meets and bounds. Okay, 328 meets and bounds. That's where I was showing you the complete description of the survey. When a surveyor goes out and checks all the points, they're looking at the meets and bounds. All that, those meets and bounds points will be in the survey, like a blueprint. Okay, so the plat map is what I showed you earlier. Okay, this is a plat map, right? Okay, here's a bigger it doesn't show up very big. Okay, come on, give me the picture. Well, it didn't. Not showing the picture real quick. So let me show another one. Wow, it's taking a long time right now. Let's see if it shows the picture. No. Oh gosh. Let's see another picture. Okay, so you see on here, it's a little small, but you see that this is the Plat Map. And in the Plat Map, the surveyor takes a particular lot and surveys that and puts pins at this property corners. This is a real easy one because it's a rectangle, okay? Not to be confused with rectangular government system. All right, and then the legal description looks like this. The legal description will be on the deed. Okay, here's a brief one. Okay, this is the legal description. You see how it has lot 9, block 58, and then a more descriptive description of exactly where the property is identified. Using the address does not identify the property to the title companies, to the county. It has to have a legal description like this because we can make errors on the address. That doesn't identify it completely. Okay, and then I had shown you the rectangular map, right? I'm going back to the picture so that you see the difference. So this one here, for some reason, they're not expanding. This one here is the rectangular system, okay? So then there are 36 sections. This one here, they're looking for a particular property on section 13. Each section has 640 acres and it's 1 mile by 1 mile. And it gets divided into quarters. See, 1 mile is one section, 1 mile by 1 mile. The whole township range and block is 6 miles by 6 miles. It's 36 miles, square miles. So now you have it. That's the rectangular system. The other one is the lot and block system. Okay. And then the legal description. So my apologies. Okay. I'm not feeling well. Okay, so I may have COVID, so my mind doesn't think as well, and then I'll look at the wrong answers too, so my apologies. All right, so what did I write down? I'm having a little trouble focusing. So meets and bounds, okay? Okay, I'll get it together, so. So 38 point was letter what? C, meets and bounds. Okay, number 38. I keep saying, you see what I'm doing? I said number 38. Boy, I'm really number 29. And I wrote down for the answers, I wrote down 38. Oh my gosh. Delete comment. So it's 328 meets and bounds So you guys help me out and catch me on my errors, because I'm not doing as well as I could be. Okay. All right. So number 29. How many sections are there in a township? I just showed it to you and I mentioned it. Okay. So 329, Neelam says D, and who else says D? Okay, somebody else in the other Facebook. Okay, who's the other person that said D? Because I'm not seeing it on my other Facebook group. So let me get it on my phone. I don't know what's happening to it. Okay, so somebody on D, any property in an unincorporated, yeah, that one didn't work. So my apologies. Okay, me bad, me bad. So 38C was meets and bounds, 29, I mean 29, okay, is 36. Yes, you're correct, Neela. 39D is 36 sections, right? So let's show you the picture again, okay? So that you totally understand. Okay, you see here, 36 sections, 1 through 6, 7 through 12, go zigzag until you get to section 36. Very good. All right. I hope you feel better. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I know. I may have COVID. I'm not sure, but I started medication and I should get my results by tomorrow. Sorry about that. Okay, number 29 is 36 sections. And since I work at home, then I'm like, okay, you know, I can't really go out now until I know. So thank you so much, Neelam. 29, okay. I'm trying to type the answers on both systems and it's not letting me type on the other one. Dang, okay. It could be operator error, but I haven't been able to figure it out, okay? All right, number 30, 330. In the rectangular survey system, a section contains how many acres? A, 640, B, 320, C, 160, and D, 40. So I mentioned that also. Okay, so who's answering? Who's answering? Okay, so let's see. Somebody is answering A, and Neelam says A, 640. So I don't know who the person answering because I can't see. So I know there's Ceci, Marie on the Facebook group, but it won't let me see the activity. So my apologies on there, and I'm not able to type the answers. Okay, so the answer is 330A. It's not letting me type on. Oh, it's going to work now. On the other one. Okay, so did it work? We type on. Oh man, it finally worked. It's, what do they call it? Persistence, persistence, persistence pays. Okay, so Ceci said A, and the answer is A. Glad you paid attention or you knew the answer. All right, number 31. The valuable consideration necessary to make a contract valid must be what? A, money. B, something tangible. C, something of value traded in exchange for something of value. D, something of equal value with whatever is received in exchange. So does a contract require money to make it a valid contract? Yes or no? So it's either money, something tangible, something of value traded in exchange for something of value, or D, something of equal value with whatever is received in exchange. Hi, Asil. How are you? So it's Maria Ruiz and Asil, or Asil with Maria Ruiz? Marie Walker says D. No, I will say give it another whirl. Okay, answers changed to C. A good choice. So the answer is C. Something of value traded in exchange for something of value. Okay. Understand why that one is. The last one says something of equal value. It doesn't have to be of equal value. Because that's what if they're using it for the earnest money? The earnest money is usually 1%, is what we as realtors representing the clients recommend them to ask for, 1% of the purchase price. Okay. And so 1% is not a huge value. It's not the value of the property that's being exchanged, right? Or traded. So the word equal takes that away. It doesn't have to be something tangible, and it doesn't have to be money. So it can be money, tangible, or something value traded in exchange. Okay. In order to be a valid contract or a valuable consideration, remember, it does not have to be cash. Yay. Awesome. Number 32. Okay, let's see here. Reduce this. Okay, 32 all in one page. There we go. A real estate sales contract to be enforceable. Oh, did I share the answer? A real estate sales contract to be enforceable must be what? A, contain a legal description of the property. B, be written on a form approved by the State Bar Association. C, be acknowledged by 3 witnesses. Or D, be recorded within 3 days to be enforceable. Remember the process of a contract, okay? So always eliminate 2 right away and pick 2 that are closest to you. If you don't know, then you guess or put it up for review. Okay, so somebody says A. Who said A? Marie Walker says A. Contain a legal description. Anybody else? Neelam says A. Wow, I copied so much stuff. So that is correct. Contain a legal description to be enforceable. Because what did I mention earlier? That's how the property is identified through the county court, in the deed, in the survey, anything legal document, a property is described by the legal description. Okay, very good, Marie, Ceci, and Neelam. Awesome. All right, number 33. And I have a Zoom call, a coaching call at 7 tonight, so I will have to end the class. A little bit early. Dang it, that didn't do it. Let me see if this does it. No, okay. I want you all to see the complete question. So I've got to reduce the font. That didn't do it. So if I go maximum large, will that do it? No, that didn't do it. I'm going to have to make the print small. Oh, there's another option there. Make the row wider. $33, there we go. Okay, number 33. How much time does the seller have to accept a buyer's offer? A, 48 hours from the time of the offer or signing of the offer. Hey guys, if you all see some comments on here, people are on probably YouTube or the public page and writing silly comments, disregard those. Okay, they're not in our private group. However, it is public. 33. How much time does the seller have to accept a buyer's offer? A, 48 hours from the time of the offer or signing of the offer. B, 24 hours from the time of the offer's delivery to the seller. C, within 24 hours following the stated expiration. Or D, a reasonable time or until the expiration date on the offer. So there are some states that can write in the contract by what time they want to reply, but it's not required in many, many states. Okay. So think about it, eliminate the two that don't make sense. And think about it, if you were making an offer, do you want to give them only a short time, especially if there's multiple offers, or do you want to give them, 48 hours, a reasonable time, from the 24 hours from the offer's delivery or within 24 hours from the stated expiration? Well, we don't know what the expiration is, right? So it is not where we are. It's not A or B. Hi, Asil. How you doing? Thanks for joining us. Today is a confusing day for me because I'm not feeling up to par. So I'm making a lot of mistakes. Okay, so let's see. You all try some other answer. Okay, somebody said D. Ceci said D. And then Madi says B. Neelam. What did you put, Neelam? So 2 individuals said D and 1 says B. And the answer is D. A reasonable time until the expiration date on the offer. Here in the state of Texas, there isn't an expiration time on the offer. It is just at a reasonable time. But other states do put a timeline of 24, 48, 72 hours. And if the seller doesn't reply, that means, it's expired. Okay. And they may allow a little bit after the expiration date. When I was in Oregon, that's what I dealt with. But right now in this market, oh my gosh, sellers may say, hey, let's wait a few days because we're getting multiple offers. And that's what we'll advise the seller. So we give them more time in order to bring on the offers and then let them know that, hey, my seller is going to be reviewing. So give us time, okay, to respond to your offer to buy. So 33D, a reasonable time or until the expiration date on the offer. Okay, somebody just asked on Messenger, what is the commission structure? And okay, never mind. That's a question for commission structure on EXP. I will talk to them later. Okay, so you got it. 33D, a reasonable time or until the expiration date on the offer. All right, number 34. Great, it all shows up on one. 34, a buyer submits an offer to a seller and then dies in a car accident. Sorry, but you know what? These things do happen. Before learning of the buyer's death, the seller accepts the offer. Which of the following is true? A, the seller can force the buyer's estate to go through with the purchase. B, the buyer's death terminated the offer. C, the death must make a new offer with the same terms to the buyer's heirs. Or D, the buyer's heirs have the option of enforcing the contract. So what happens if the seller passes away? First of all, remember, we don't know if it has a will or no will, intestate or testate. Oh, it could take a while. So type your question and answer on the chat box. Okay, so far I have Lisbeth saying B. Anybody else? I have Maria says B. Neelam. Okay, Neelam, we might have lost Neelam for a little bit, but there's quite a few of you on here, okay? So the answer, all right, I've got 4 people answering B. Marie, Maria, Ceci, and Lisbeth. Awesome. That is the correct answer. $334B, the buyer's death terminated the offer. Because what if it was probate, right? Oh my gosh, it's going to take quite a while. And the buyer may end up finding something else, especially in this market where we have limited homes. Okay, number 35, and the interest rates are excellent, and it's a great, excellent time to buy. All right, number 35. Sorry, let me, I don't need to apologize, but I need to take a sip of water. I have to keep myself hydrated. Okay, number 35. Which of the following contracts can be assigned to another party? A, an exclusive listing agreement. B, a personal services agreement. C, a contract for the sale of undeveloped land. Or D, an employment contract between a broker and a salesperson. So what is an assigned to? So which of the following contracts can be assigned to another party? Okay, Maria says A, or Marie, not Maria. I would give it another try, Marie. An exclusive listing agreement belongs to the seller that's on record, okay, recorded in the county. So that listing agreement cannot be assigned to another party because there's only they who are the owners. Okay. And that's funny. I typed A on the answer, but no. Okay. Sassy says D. Okay. Question says, which of the following contracts can be assigned to another contract? Okay, so let's see. Marie says A, Asil said D, but then, and then Ceci says D, Asil says D still, Lisbeth says B. I hate to disappoint you all, but I want you to really pay attention to the question. Which of the following contracts? Yes, an exclusive agreement is a contract. A personal services agreement is a contract. A contract for the sale of undeveloped land is a contract. An employment contract between a broker and me. Can I transfer that to another realtor? No. Neither can that broker, right? Because they don't want to let go of me. So they don't want to assign it to another broker. No. The only one that can be assigned, and this is what wholesalers do when they're investing in property, they put a property under contract and then they look for a buyer and they ask for 30 to 45 days. And they look for a buyer that they know could already want it. And then they assign that contract to a new buyer. So the contract will say Joe Blow and or assigned to Mary Sanchez. So Mary Sanchez is the one that goes to closing, okay, with the title company and the seller, delivers the money. The title company then that wholesaler gets a fee from the buyer within the title company. Okay. So that's the only type of contract that can be assigned to somebody else. That's what wholesalers do. And they can get 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, depending on the price of the property and the area. Are they violating, are they practicing real estate illegally? No, because they're not representing anyone. They wrote a contract, tied it up, and then said to the buyer, hey, I have a buyer that actually wants it. I am transferring the contract. I'm assigning the contract to another buyer. Cool. As long as it gets sold, that's fine. So that buyer adds a fee on there, okay, above what the seller wants, which the new buyer is going to pay for. Okay, so they get the fee at closing from the buyer, but the seller still gets what they want. Okay, yes, 335B. So do you all understand? No, it's not an employment contract between a broker and us as salespeople. That cannot be assigned. An exclusive listing agreement is only with the owners of the property. They can't assign it to somebody else. Now, they can have a power of attorney and say, okay, my power of attorney will be signing documents for me. They didn't assign it. They're just giving somebody else the ability and the power to sign for them. Personal services agreement, like a home equity, home warranty, those are not transferable. Okay, unless a property is sold. No, actually, typically they are not transferable. Okay, so the answer is, oh darn. Oh my gosh, I wrote the same. No, I'm sorry, that is the right answer. I'm looking at things and going, whoop. So a contract, number C, for the sale of undeveloped land. And it can be any type of land. It doesn't have to be undeveloped land. It can be a residence. It could be commercial, any type of real estate contract. And it's typically done with residential and or assigned to somebody else. Let's say somebody wants to put it under their LLC or their company name. They'll put from Joe Blow to and or assign ABC LLC. Okay, so that's an assignment from an individual to an LLC. Okay, so who the heck are these people that are, those of you that are writing crazy things on YouTube? I greatly appreciate it if you get off. You're not contributing to this class. Not nice. I'm not in a good mood. Okay, number 36. I don't even know what the heck I'm doing here. Okay, let's see, 36. We need to get it all on one page. Can tell by my breathing I'm not. Anyway, we all get sick at some point or another, and we have to continue doing certain things, because if I go to sleep, it's not a good thing should I have COVID. All right, so I appreciate you all being patient with me here. Okay, enough of that. Okay, number 36. Hi, Asil. Be in good mood, Lillie. Yes, well, I'm not in my best of spirits, okay? I'm under the weather and slept almost all day yesterday and this morning. Which of the following contracts, no, summary, 36. An implied agency relationship may be deemed to exist if, okay, what is implied? An implied agency relationship. So we have a relationship with someone, an agency relationship that is implied. So you need to know what the definition of implied is, and you have to know what agency is, right? So an implied agency relationship may be deemed to exist if A, the parties do not disavow an express contract that has expired. B, the parties act as if there is a contract. C, an offering party does not receive written notice that the offer has been rejected. And D, the parties promise to perform their part of the agreement if the other party performs. So what does implied agency mean? kind of like if we say, we're going to go look at houses, or we're going to write this offer and present it to the seller. Okay. Does that mean they have something in writing or not? Is it verbal or writing? Okay, somebody says B. That somebody is Maria and Marie. Okay, there's quite a few. I'm just going to pick B, just not sure. Hey, that's okay, Asil. Better to pick something than nothing, or you put it for review. But right now, pick something, right? Anybody else? I'm going to write the answer for 30. What question are we on? B. Okay, see. The parties act is if there is a contract. So the answer is B. Okay, Lisbeth, they don't have to promise they're part of the agreement. So remember, in order to have an agency relationship, we need something in writing, or it's implied verbally by the realtor saying, we, to the buyer, we're going to go look at these properties, or we're going to find you the perfect house. We're going to find you the dream home. We're going to show you these homes and then write an offer for you. So that realtor is implying that they have an agency relationship with the buyer, that they have an agreement, but the buyer doesn't reject it. So it's an implied agreement. Okay. Remember, even when we do the IABS, information about brokerage services, it can be written or verbally implied, right? Told to them on the phone, on a text, on an email, on a substantial communication conversation about a specific property. Okay. So I better type the right answer over here. Oh my gosh. I wrote down 337B. Let me remove it. Should be 336. Delete comment. Sorry. I meant to type 336B. So parties act as if there is a contract. We weren't on 37 yet. Okay. See what I mean? That I'm not totally focusing. You can tell if you've been attending other classes, I'm not this, how do you call it, all over the place? Or distracted, or I'm usually high wired. Okay, so that was number 36. Okay, guys, we're going to do one more question, and then I've got to go to my Zoom call, my Zoom coaching call about social media and YouTube. Which of the following is an executory contract? A, an expired lease. B, a sale contract before closing. C, a recorded sale contract. Or D, an option to buy after it is exercised. Which of the following is an executory contract? Executory, must know vocabulary, right? Because we execute a contract, right? And it still needs to be closed. So yes, the answer is B. Very good, Maria. It's an executory contract. It's a contract before closing. It's executory after it has completely closed. Very good. Thank you all for your patience for tonight with my distraction and typing wrong things and all of the above. I greatly appreciate you sticking with me and watching this, because I do know it's going to help you pass your exams. Okay? Really, really. I had so many students telling me that they're passing their exams and getting their real estate business. I've also started recording videos on how to help beginning realtors. That's why I changed my banner. Okay, and I put it now for students and real estate agents. Okay, y'all. See, I typed the number twice. Thank you so much for attending. You're very welcome, Asil, and see you on Saturday. And I'm off. So remember to subscribe to my channel. If you go to the channel, YouTube Agent Prep, click the little bell so that you get notified every time I upload a new video, especially for you, and comment, okay? Like the video and comment on there or on Facebook. Until next time, catch you all later. Good night.